Egyptians. And they'll say, yeah, see how they got them in bondage? See how they did that to them? That's how we know they wasn't African. They was, and they try to make the separation, but the truth of the matter is, you know, the damn Nubians had all the money. You know what I'm saying? They had all the marble, you know, all the rock quarries, all the gold. They had all the building materials, and then, you know, the people in Lower Egypt was always worried about the Nubians damming that shit up and not letting the river run. You know, that was always their fear. You feel me?
No doubt.
And then the times when Egypt had fell, right, you would see the Nubians like, shit, y'all off y'all square, and they would continue to trade with other foreign powers, like, say, the Hyksos. You feel me? They continue, even though the Hyksos had invaded Upper Kemet, right? The Nubians still traded with them. They still kept trade with them. And they still negotiated, and they was at peace with them. And people don't get that. And what the Nubians were saying was, we are kissed by the sun. Since y'all want to mix y'all seed, you get what you get. You know, Egypt, they started getting sloppy. They started allowing anybody into the army. They started mixing their seed with them Asiatic groups that was on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? They started doing all that shit, and he was like, nah, bro, we do not mix our seed. We wear our color like a badge, right? Because we respect Ra and we love Ra. And Ra made our skin like this. We not mixing our seed because they understood the recessiveness and the recessive genes. They understood that, and they knew to mix their seed would make them recessive. And so they was like, y'all just do what y'all do, right? And that's why you always had conflicts back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the news was always saying, y'all don't run Kemet right anyway. You feel me? Right. So that's why you see Shabaka and all them come up from the 25th dynasty, and then you'll go to, say, National Geographic magazine, and you'll read it, and they'll say, well, Nubian children went to schools in Egypt, and that's how they was able to run Egypt properly. They'll say the Nubians brought Egypt back to its greatness, and they'll say they out-Egyptian the Egyptians, because they children went to Egyptian schools. But the truth of the matter is, the culture was always Nubian. You was always looking at a Nubian culture when you looked at Egypt. You feel me? Nubia was Egypt, right, before Egypt was Egypt. Or before Egypt was Nubia. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, but that piece had always perplexed me when reading Cambridge, you know what I'm saying, reading that information. I was like, why are they always going through that? Why they always go? And then I had to figure it out.
They do that to make us look divisional, to make it seem like, oh, we're organized, and look at these people. That's all they do is fight. This is what they're known for doing. You know, that's just the Caucasian nature. He's a beast. You know, he's very crafty. He's a great liar. Make you look bad, and he like to. And when people don't, what I'm finding out about black folk, they take him more serious because this fucking liar, this beast. What he does, he's very crafty with words, and he always intellectualizing shit. You know what I mean? He talks all intellect. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know, so that's just what he do. You know, make it seem like we was some what they say we ate flesh. We used to eat humans and all types of fucked up shit. You know?
Yeah, they lie.
It's just his nature.
Right, they keep it lie. As a matter of fact, you can go on YouTube and you'll find people still trying to hold on to the Egyptians are not Africans. And I just like to tell a listening audience that at about 450 BC when Herodotus went there, he seen the damn Egyptians as being black people. And that's after the Hittites, the Assyrians, and all that ran up through there. You feel me? Herodotus was saying that, man, these is black people. And I like to let the people know that the Egyptians look just like the Africans in America. Just the same thing, all running complexions, the whole 9 yards, the different hair, everything. Everything. But Woonam.
Yes.
You got any callers yet?
We sure do. Got some callers. Let's go to the line. To the line real quick. We got some people in the chat room saying that you sound like Brother Malachi York and Bobby Hemmett.
I mean,
man, that's a hell of a that's pretty shit. That's a hell of a compliment there. Goddamn. Dang.
I don't know how. I mean, I didn't really spookify anything, you know. But I thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to go to 336 area code. That sounds like Greensboro, North Carolina. 336-215, you on the air. Area code 336-215, you are on the air. All right. If you just listen, I would appreciate if y'all just say you're listening, and if you don't want to talk, just let us know you're listening, because if you got your hand raised, I'm assuming that you have a question. Are you just listening?
36215?
336-215, correct.
I apologize. That's me. I'm on the computer, and I was just listening up in New York. Me on the call, and I'm just, listening in.
Okay,
brother.
When you press one on your pad, I think you're, wanting to ask a question. So we're going to go to 617. You want to air? State your name and where you're calling from.
Peace. This is Ramsey's calling from Boston.
Black Power, bro.
Black Power.
My question is, with all the great past history that people discuss now about Egypt and the great empires, I want to know, how does that relate to us today? And also, because in my opinion, I just believe that at this point, like me, I spend a lot of time studying Egypt and a lot of black history and African history, Moorish history, whatever. But can we build the pyramid today? Can we build that nation today? How long do we talk about what we did and how great we are? We cannot. Can we claim to be those people and the descendants of those people and not be able to produce what they produce? And secondly, part of the question is this. I was watching something with one of those, I don't know, it was like an Arab archaeologist. I don't know if y'all seen, but they claimed they digged up I think it was Ramses II, and they got this picture on the internet, and what he had all this red hair. So I don't know if anyone knows the science on that, but that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Red hair shit. I done seen black people with red hair. I know my hair. When I was born, my shit was red. So I don't know. You call me no red.
I think he was Osman. Is his last name?
He talking about that dirt ass Arab man. That dude, doctors.
Allow.
Yeah, that dude's a liar. And when people die, sometimes their hair gets real stringy and thin, and it turns color sometimes. I mean, if you study the dead corpse, it does that. It breaks down. The cells is no longer there. The cells is dead. No energy, no life, no vibration, no nothing. So it breaks down. And sometimes I wouldn't put it past the crackers that they probably blonde them people just to make them look Caucasian, to make them look like them. They put dye in it. I mean, you never know what the fuck they do just to make you look like you're not. You know what I mean? That you wasn't nothing. That's what they do. They're liars. They're crafty. If you was to pull up my great grandmother, she had strong Nubian hair, and I'm pretty sure, and I seen pictures of her. She had long, coarse hair. I'm pretty sure if you dig her corpse up, her hair would be real stringy and thin. You know, these people been dead for damn near 3,000 years, 4,000 years.
All right, there we have it. All right, so
did he answer that question? I got him. Wait for a minute. The brother's question, like, how does it? Can we claim to be those people?
Yeah. Am I still on the line?
Yeah, you still on?
You're still on.
Did you want the brother to answer, or did you want me to answer that? Because I can answer it. If you want the brother, let the young lion answer that.
Yeah. Well, whoever wants to answer it, because let me just
young brother,
what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, I'm listening to so many lectures and people, and we always talk about the greatness of the past. And we know you study the past, so you don't repeat your mistakes. But I'm saying at this point, is it becoming mental masturbation? Like, can we produce it today? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, we can, because it's going to take time, bro, because we got a lot of people that's fucked up out here, man, still. So it's going to take, we have to conquer the mind first and teach them the science mentally first. I give it, myself, I give it another 100 years. We've been in slavery for 400 years. You got people out here still believing in the external figures of God. You got people out here that's still conditioned. So it's going to take time. It's not going to be overnight. The only thing we can do is the small conscious community that's aware of who we are. We can be those people. We have to be examples of progression. We have to set the example. If we can set the example, other people, you know what I mean, can do it. I mean, when you look at two brothers that